Alright, I literally just received this news and I immediately sat down to record this video, but Nintendo just announced that on November 28th, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp will be shutting down its online services. I don't know, I'm still a little frazzled about this. I just didn't really see it coming because I guess I just genuinely didn't know how much time had passed. I feel like I'm forever living in a rut of stuck 2 years in the past. I feel like it's 2022 right now, in my head, even though I know that it's 2024. So when I do the math in my head, I'm like, wait a minute. It has not been 2 years since COVID. It's actually been 4, and Animal Crossing Pocket Camp got a whole 7 years of life before Nintendo is going to shut it down. So for anyone who actually saw my last video, my previous video, technically my first, I did a 4-year retrospective on Animal Crossing New Horizons, and quite funny timing because just a couple weeks later, Nintendo announces this news, and as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh boy, this is some more beef I gotta talk about, so I'm gonna do just that. Honestly, I'm sad about this. I really love this game. Pocket Camp was actually my first introduction to Animal Crossing as a franchise. It was the first Animal Crossing related game I ever played, and to some people, that might seem like a really bad way to introduce yourself to a franchise like Animal Crossing. I, however, had a really great time. I played this game religiously when I started playing it in 2019, and I still had been playing it regularly. I took a bit of a break after 2021 because New Horizons came out, and I was spending a lot more of my time, 800 hours, with New Horizons, and I sort of just put down Pocket Camp for the time being, but I actually picked it up last year, and I have been playing it actually a whole lot since then. I've still been playing it pretty regularly, and I think that Pocket Camp is genuinely interesting to me because while it has a lot of the features that make Animal Crossing games so charming and immersive to play in, it also doesn't have as many punishments, I guess you could say, if you are not able to hop on regularly and visit your campsite very often. Because in normal Animal Crossing console games, you are kind of expected to return to the game very frequently, and if you don't, oh well, surprise, you get bedhead and there's cockroaches in your house and everyone's wondering if you died or something. It's crazy. And I mean, this is only after maybe you leave the game alone for like a week or so all bets are off if you go on vacation. But Pocket Camp is pretty different from that. There's not necessarily a punishment if you just go off for like a week or so, maybe even a month or two, and just leave the game sit. Another thing that makes this game very interesting is that Nintendo seems to update this game so much. There will be events going on, just new pieces of clothing being thrown out into the void. There's all these different kinds of like gyroid events and bug catching and fishing events that happen all the time. Why Nintendo couldn't do this for a game like New Horizons, their console game, is beyond me. But it is part of the reason why I come back to Pocket Camp so often is because Nintendo just keeps adding a whole bunch to it. So, the announcement that Nintendo made states, "Thank you for playing Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Service for the Animal Crossing Pocket Camp smartphone app will end on November 28, 2024 at 3 p.m. UTC. We would like to express our deepest gratitude to everyone who has supported the title since service began. We will continue to hold events and add items until the service end date." And upon reading that, I felt my heart sink. I was like, dang, this is really happening. But this next part was what surprised me the most. They say, "You should also know that we are developing a version of Animal Crossing Pocket Camp that users can play and continue to play with their existing save data. We plan to share details around October 2024, so we ask for your patience until then. I read that and I was like, what? An offline version of Pocket Camp? They would actually do that? I mean, I'm glad. I'm just wondering why, and also what is leading Nintendo to make these decisions, especially since no other mobile game that Nintendo has released and has shut down has gotten this treatment, even if it was popular or well-liked amongst people in the mobile game community. So I guess I'm just wondering why it is that Animal Crossing is getting this kind of treatment, if this means anything for Animal Crossing games down the road. I have no idea. I mean, we don't even really know why it is that Nintendo decided to shut down Pocket Camp online services in the first place. It's a big mystery to me. But on top of that, Pocket Camp users also received an email from Nintendo themselves specifying information about the shutdown and also some details about the paid version that's supposedly coming. They give us an app summary and say that the new app does not require constant data communication, meaning that it will be offline. It is a paid app without in-app purchases, and users can carry save data over by linking their Nintendo account, but cannot carry over any remaining Leaf tickets. So, until October, we won't be getting any more details, but we do know that it's going to be an offline version of Pocket Camp. It's going to be paid. We don't exactly know what the budget is for this, and that Leaf tickets will no longer be of any use. Leaf tickets will be shut down as well. There will be no more in-app purchases for this new paid version. So that's going to be really interesting. So I'm not exactly shocked that this is happening, especially since Nintendo has kept this game going on for 7 years. And that's kind of unexpected on their part because Nintendo isn't exactly a company who makes a whole lot of mobile games, or I guess dabbles a whole lot in the mobile market. So to have them keep a game alive this long when they've had other mobile games in the past that have kind of died off or been shut down, such as Dragalia Lost or Miitomo, like, it's kind of refreshing to see that Nintendo cares this much, seemingly, about a mobile game, that they care enough to even consider making an offline version of it to sell to anyone who is interested. It is pretty sad, though. While I'm not exactly surprised that this is happening after 7 years, like I said, this was my first Animal Crossing game that I ever played, so it has that piece of nostalgia in my heart, and this game got me through some of the hardest times in my life, and just was there for me through a lot of thick and thin, was there for me through COVID, through really slow work shifts when I had nothing else to do, was there whenever I just needed to just unplug a bit and just get my daily dose of Animal Crossing on my phone. So yeah, before I completely wrap things up, I just wanted to say thank you so much to all the people who have subscribed to me. At the time that I'm recording this, I have 34 subscribers, and that to me is insane. My previous video, my first video, I guess I should say, got over 2,000 views in under 2 weeks, and that just means the absolute world to me. I had no idea that it would take off this fast, but seriously, I never would have expected to have 2,000 some views in under a month. That's just absolutely crazy to me. It's been a wish of mine for a really long time to start a YouTube channel, so seriously, I mean it from the bottom of my heart when I say that it means the absolute world to me that there are people out there who find my content interesting somehow. So yeah, just thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!